Nothing can break you once you build strength correctly. Musashi proved this across 60-plus duels to the death, not because nothing hit him hard, but because he understood where real strength lives. You'll learn his complete 3-level framework by the end. Stack them right and you become unbreakable. Here's level 1, the breaking point. You think external shit breaks you. The pressure at work, the loss you suffered, the pain someone caused, the betrayal. You think if life would just ease up, you'd finally be fine. That's the lie keeping you fragile. Musashi lost everything at 17. Battle of Sekigahara. His side got annihilated, thousands dead. He had to run for his life through mountains. Everything gone, army destroyed, reputation shattered. He could have stayed broken. Most people would have. But here's what he figured out. You don't break from what hits you. You break from resisting what hits you. The impact doesn't destroy you. Your refusal to accept the impact does. Look at how you handle damage. Someone betrays you and you spend months saying, this shouldn't have happened. You lose something and you fight reality with, this isn't fair. That resistance, that gap between what is and what you think should be, that's what shatters you. Most people build strength by trying to avoid damage. Wrong. You build strength by removing your resistance to damage, not accepting pain, accepting reality. After Sekigahara, Musashi didn't say, this shouldn't have happened to me. He said, this happened. Now what? Zero resistance, pure acceptance of what is. That's the exact moment he stopped being breakable. Here's what changes everything. The thing that breaks you isn't the hit. It's the gap between what happened and what you think should have happened. Close that gap and you become unbreakable. Nothing can shatter acceptance, but acceptance alone doesn't make you strong. It just stops you from breaking. The next level actually builds the foundation. Part 2, the unbreakable core. You accepted reality. Good. But you're still soft inside. One hard hit and you'll crack. Because acceptance stops you from breaking, but it doesn't make you strong. There's a difference. Musashi didn't just accept hardship. He weaponized it. After his defeat at Sekigahara, he disappeared into mountains for years. Winters without shelter, training without food, zero comfort. He wasn't hiding. He was forging himself. Here's the shift. Strength isn't built in comfort. It's built by deliberately exposing yourself to exactly what you fear will break you, then surviving it, over and over. Musashi slept in caves during winter storms, trained hungry, fought duels when sick, not to prove anything to anyone, to remove the fear that those conditions could stop him. Each exposure made him more solid. Each survival made him harder. You're afraid something will break you because you've never tested whether it actually can. So every threat feels lethal. Job loss feels like death. Rejection feels like destruction. Pain feels unbearable because you've never survived them at full force. But when you survive the thing you feared, it loses all power over you. The threat becomes just another condition. Not special, not dangerous, just there. Build your core by facing what you fear will break you. Survive it once, you're stronger. Survive it 10 times, you're unbreakable. The fear dies, the core remains. This is where most people stop. They build a strong core and think they're done. But Musashi went one level deeper, and this is what made him truly unbreakable. Because being strong enough to survive damage isn't enough. The final level turns damage into fuel. Part 3, anti-fragile strength. You can handle hits now, you don't break, but you're still just surviving damage. Tolerating it, that's not strength, that's endurance. Musashi's final level destroys that limitation completely. He didn't just survive his 60-plus duels. Each one made him sharper. Every opponent who tried to break him made him more dangerous. He wasn't resisting damage or tolerating damage. He was using it. The shift happens when you go from, I can handle this, to this makes me stronger. Every hit becomes training. Every hardship becomes fuel. You stop surviving pressure and start feeding on it. Look at what Musashi did after decades of dueling. He wrote the Book of 5 Rings. Every brutal lesson, every near-death moment, every betrayal. He transformed all of it into wisdom. The things that should have destroyed him became his legacy. He turned pain into philosophy. Unbreakable doesn't mean nothing hurts you. It means everything that hits you becomes part of your strength. Pain becomes insight. Loss becomes wisdom. Betrayal becomes clarity. Nothing is wasted. Everything forges you. This is the freedom, when you stop fearing what might break you because you know it will only make you stronger. Life can't break you. It can only forge you. Every hit is just another strike of the hammer on the steel. This is the level where you become truly dangerous, not because you're aggressive, because you're immune to destruction. People sense it. They can't break what feeds on being broken. So here's where you are. 3 levels. Accept reality. Build your core through exposure. Turn damage into fuel. Most people spend their lives trying not to break. You can spend yours becoming unbreakable. The question is, which level are you ready to build? Full Musashi framework in the challenge book below. Free daily lessons on becoming unbreakable in the newsletter. May God bless you.